Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to our Paul, Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Makar, Kodash. Kal, Halalam, na Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham, Makar, Kodash. That's in ancient Hebrew, saying all praises to Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly call Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh. His son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to all the brothers and there pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. Brother Zach from Camp James, Jamaica. And this lesson, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title it, but I was listening in the elder brothers from the London, live, and they were even going into I don't know the bridging is some person who they are part of England in Israel, I think he was maybe in a part of James too, or associated with us. One of them something. I don't really know much about it, so I don't want to speak on that. But something that I've noticed, in general, like this pride is something where I feel so we don't want that, not at all. Right? And a lot of times, when we are even going to council and things get said and things get interpreted a way where really maybe not fully accurate. You see me? And the best thing to do is just to be humble and make the most I deal with it. I'm not saying that if I say they get brought to council or whatever and brother say what take place, don't stay it. But for the most part, just let the humble seat and make the most I about Shemel do what you want to do. You see me? If they get suspended, so be it. Just continue to pray for the Spirit for the work. And one thing I can't recall of ever seeing is a humble person, like you may be in the right and get the wrong, but you take the lower seat, or see maybe even you offend. Maybe you're not wrong. And you just humble down, shit, I'm wrong, so like looking forward to, men's things, getting things corrected and accepting your wrong sincerely. Never see where that, like a harsh, so-called harsh, we don't want to use the word harsh, like, majority of the time, if not all times, I've seen where things actually work, most apply mercy. Our brothers even apply mercy. But when pride trip and a man want doing one thing or defend himself, and something where me even pick up, and I have to zoom in on as well from my own, characteristics is that a lot of times you would tend to always try to defend myself, right? Every little thing we want to make sure so we get clearly understood, which is a part of everybody life to be understood, but some of the time just left things. Is way easier said than done, as I did the lesson yesterday on basically self-control and brought out this precept which I just want to get right now in the book of Proverbs. I think it was 25. Proverbs 25. And, well, let me bring out another one more I get actually. Proverbs 25 verse 28 says, He that had no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So if we don't have a rule over our spirit, then you're open to all form attacks, all elements, yeah. So if I pray for the spirit to have self-control, don't be impulsive, emotional. Everything affect you, and always I try to seek justification, yeah. Seek to be right in the sight of men. No. I know it's a seek to be right in the sight of men, yeah. Even come me within brothers, yo. You know, something happen and brothers maybe misunderstand it. Yo, I've seen that happen, you know, and maybe weeks after, months after, like the most I just play it out and say, oh, actually that take place. I'm like, oh shit. Right? Because in idea, yo, we are here to try to please Yahweh Shemel Shai, not men, not brothers, you know, no. I will look out for brothers and, you know, you treat brothers, good to best ability. When idea, you know, seek approval from the man. Right? And yes, again, if someone want me, I will clarify things, try to explain things, you know, right, with brothers. But if it cannot be done, then you're left that, right? And get this as well. Let me go into listen. Proverbs 16 verse 32. It says, he that is slow to hunger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. Yeah. So if you can rule a spirit, you're better than a mighty man who take a city. You know, you take a whole heap of military power, basically take a city. But if a man can rule him spirit, right, and then the one of the hardest I've seen, even talking for myself, right, wherein you may be right, you know, have to take the wrong. That's something easy to do. Everybody look at you like you're the guilty person when in fact you're innocent, right? But that's just something we have to do, yo. As we know Proverbs, let's get this as well. This is Proverbs chapter 13 and 10. It says, only by pride cometh contention, but with the well advised is wisdom. So it says, only with pride cometh contention, because I've seen, you know, and up to this day, most of them remember, basically have a discussion, like, we're basically in transit, right, with some vacuum, and like, so one car ahead, I say, oh, that, I really brother say, oh, so when, another brother that car look just like it, I say, no man, I want different color, you see me, and then, there was maybe like Vietnam, and I say, no, white, I say, no man, there's something else, and the brother stop. You see me? And then we reach closer to the car and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, on the right. I see him color for true. And the brother look for me. I say, yeah, me know. Brother say, feel alone. I'm like, oh shit. You see me? Marvel. Yo, in regards to like, yo, in admiration, I'm like, yo, yeah. That's a good thing to do, yo. And instead of run down back and forth, you know you're right here and somebody say something else, just left it. Kind it really never even that important. We don't argue about, never really argue about, you know. But if a car is the same color, if it's the look the same, irrelevant, just drop that. But pride you want to show or prove a point, then I'm gonna go hold on to film argument, right? Which ain't profitable. That are bring forth contention, but if a man just take the load, then that's it, man. You're good. That's what you think then. Alright. And it take humility to do something like that. And that's something where we have to, our try to increase in. Right? Humility. Go walk a road of humility. This is 1 Peter 5 and verse 5. It says, likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yeah, so we're supposed to submit ourselves, yo. As the near precept say, yo, oh man, I actually remember it. See me can even search for it. It's like it say you don't want them do it with like bitterness. Is because them have to give account for our soul. Maybe that word we can use account if that's it. Yep. Hebrews chapter 13 and 17. It says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves. Right, submit yourself. So the elders and your brothers and apostles, they maybe give a decree, all if certain, like for example, certain things we know it's not according to the law, alright, but you just see a part of man camp, he's like you call school, you call work, certain things, people guideline, just follow it, not kill you. You so submit yourself. Like for example, the elders them push for say, oh, we're not supposed to have like well, it's a shame for a man to have long hair, but it's debatable so to speak. If you're a cornrow hair, you can say long blah blah black shit. Man, I say just cut your fucking hair. Right, going out there in the camp, say, oh, you see, we have a specific way we're supposed to dress, no slippers, right? Right, certain things, it is no law, right? But nevertheless, just submit. Instead of go back and forth and, oh, me no believe so, man, supposed to do this and, for example, even the lessons, we're supposed to have the lessons. There's no law say you have to do X, Y lesson every day, right? But the apostles, them, it's to say, provoke one another unto godliness, right? It's good to be the lessons, right? No one video a day, which I'm not saying I'm doing that. It's supposed to be the least. Because Scripture is supposed to make a body a living sacrifice. And I think, if I'm mistaken, that was a reason why a man from the New York camp left. When the apostles said must 3 video a week, but then, in dip. So, we don't have time for that. Which is a lazy mindset still, but, But to the point, we're supposed to be the case where, just left things, just be humble. Right? It says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy, and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you. Yeah. So I don't want the elders and camp leaders and heads and, second in command, third in command, or whoever it be. Even brothers in general, because we watch out for each other. When a man come, brother, say, that thing the way I do, say, if you cut that off, because either full of different some, but it may be not even expedient. At times, they just take it. Make a man of you, before he come to you, it's profitable for you. You see, because the time, make a man even want to come to you. The man is stubborn in the bridging, so in a sense you will try for correct command like that, or try for, right, that not profitable for you. Right, we want to be easily spoken to. One to call for you, any brother can look upon you and say, yo brother, no, what you do? You see me fix up yourself. Because in the day, I for one good. So let's go about that come with what? Humility. No one likes a proud motherfucker, So say pride is hateful before the Most High and men. Nobody no like a proud nigga. So back to 1 Peter 5 and 5, it says, likewise the younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another. So we're supposed to be subject one to another, yeah? Under the fact that, we all, our own men of the Lord. Servants, you feel about Shemil Shai. Spirit circulate around through everybody. So we have to take heed. And to any man with the Most High, challenge him spirit per true. If you really believe that we are part of the Most High thing. It says, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. Right? That's how we're supposed to be. You'll be clothed with humility. For Yahweh resisted the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Right? So the Most I don't want to deal in the proud somebody, You're proud and not take telling. You think in a Jamaican, you think your shit can make party. Right? I don't want to do that. Alright, big up yourself. And you always find proud ass niggas outside the rank, coming up against the elders, apostles, brothers, until they are no more. Whereas the humble man, you see, like, you're here, because the Most High exalt you. reward your humility. Verse 6, it says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahweh, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you. So at times, even if you get wrongly, convicted, so to speak, the most I see it. And eventually, it's just a test of your character. And maybe even other characters. And in general, even if you don't want to bring it out, then so be it. It's supposed to be something more dwell upon with that much, You're supposed to can figure out about that and move on. And I brother maybe find out them the wrong afterwards and I say, straight talk, so me wrong Salakia. Right? Maybe case like, nobody remember nothing about that, moving on. Who man dwell upon things, It's supposed to have to be men. This is 1 Corinthians 6. I'm going to start at 7. It says, now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another. Why do ye not rather take wrong? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? As Yahushua tell you, say think call it beatitudes. If a man smite you on one cheek, you turn the other. Right? And if a man take it to law, take your make cloak, make him take your coat too. Of the purpose, remember exactly. Right? These are things that we're supposed to apply in the ministry in our daily walk. Right? I'm not saying nobody abuse don't get me wrong. You see me? Right, but you find yourself a man and say, yo brother, your daughter do one. Alright then, Salaki bro. Moving on. No explanation needed. When a simple Salaki can move on things. Maybe there's a misunderstanding. And once you sincerely, brother, you don't find out, so once you sincerely sorry, moving on again too. Right? We take character, for do certain things. And it's something we have to pray for have, increasing. I'm not perfect. But the more we see it playing out there, the more we're supposed to look on and learn. Why it's important to have humility. Just humble. It says, nay, ye do wrong and defraud, and that your brethren. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh? Be ye not deceived, neither fornicators, nor adulterers, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God. And remember even a brief account with, I think, a ATL camp, I remember the name of the bridge there, one way. One them give accounts of getting a Yaradan. You remember when the information there come out, like a brother they never a pretty long time, like your brother I think this man right now, cause I think some theft or something that degree it take place. And then they are denied. The brother say, oh, me no think that. And another brother they say, oh, the brother just rest it. You see me? And lo and behold, look at it now. You see me? The Most I reveal everything. And because at the end of the day, the Most I, we're supposed to trust Yahweh Hashem Shai, knowing that if there is a wicked man among the ranks, that they will deal with him. Left it to the Most I. You see me? Left it to time. Right? And sometimes we try to take things in our own hand, say, me will do this and me will do that. No, we can't do shit, and that's proud. I'm not saying if something revealed unto you, clearly, don't, act on it. It's all balance. That's why I even move with counsel. Next precept, which go on and on with that one, is 1 Peter 2 and 18. It says, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the forward. And in this studio, right, this but then have to do like literal servants, right? Come on, that a part of the custom where we basically have servants and masters and so forth. Our slaves, so well. But so you deal with the servant, like a Israelite, have a different with the way you deal with the Israelite servant from a heathen and all of that. But in this truth, we are basically like servants unto like even like elder brothers and so forth. Not saying I'm an old lord over here, no. You see me? But applying it to this degree, you see me? Right, we falling under the ranks, and other man responsible for it, then technically we're like servants. Right, ultimately we are servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So don't get that twisted. It says, verse 17 says, honor all men, love the brotherhood, fear Yahweh, honor the king. And if you love a brother, you see me? If you honor him, honor the brotherhood and love them, there's certain things. I remember which not really among the ranks right now. But remember something him say. Like there was a feud or some little issues with him and the brother and him say, yo, what is this? Compared to if we are part of the lake, we've been around, years, centuries, I think it's a millennium, from, creation. What is a little skirmish between me and you right now? Why would I make that, affect anything? And him saying like, oh, fuck. Never look on things like that. Right? So sometimes even good for their own men, if you hear certain spiritual judgments, you can take heed unto it and apply it in our daily life. Right? So it says 18 once more, it says, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. As maybe even certain man that camp that man is stern, versus you have someone more gentle. Respect supposed to still, equally balance. And it's supposed to do it. It says, for this is thankworthy if a man for conscience toward Yahweh endure grief, suffering wrongfully. And you get it wrong sometimes, if you say you feel good about it, you have a smile on your face. Sometimes maybe, but for the most part, doubt it. Right? So you will suffer a grief, suffering wrongfully. But what? Should be said, for what glory is it if, when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently? But if, when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable Yahweh. So, if you're in the right here, when people are basically say or accused of being wrong, just as even us, right, to put teaching this ministry, right, we're in the right, and people are saying, oh man, we're wrong, we're teach foolish, we'll take it patiently. The most I like that, love that. It's acceptable to him. Verse 21, for even here too were ye called, because Yahushua had also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. Yeah, so we are here to suffer as well. And coming to this show, I was aware, that we're going to suffer in the world, people going to basically talk shit against we, or people may say things against us falsely, and misunderstand we intention and all of that. And me never really think say that happened the truth. Boy, was I wrong. Right? Man among the wrong come basically misunderstand certain things as well. And it is what it is. God doesn't make that kill you. Right? It says, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth, who, when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously. So yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. Yahweh Shem Yahushai will plead my cause. Do you believe that? Do you believe the Most High is a righteous judge? Do you believe the Most High see everything? And just to put it out there as well, I am put in a situation. It says, who is who himself bear our sins in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. It says, for ye were as sheep going astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. Alright, so Yahweh shall take one for the team. Right? And him never, flare up on these same people and come to die for them murder him. Right? Let's get this as well. But he's our forerunner. Him set the pace. Who we for behave. What mindset we're supposed to have. And me doing this, let's see, maybe get tested as well, yeah. Right? But of a prayer for the spirit, yo, of humility. Luke 18 verse 9, it says, and he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. You know, people think say, yo, them shit can't make party. Right? You need they no take telling you. I think they're always right. And everybody wrong. It says two men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. I fast twice in the week. I give tithes of all that I possess. Right, so this is a man who boast about what him do. It may seems like he might be, thank God, say, yo, yeah, man, I'm glad say, all the wickedness, brag, cause any idea the most I make when I do certain things. I put the spirit upon the people for the foolishness. I put the spirit upon we for doing in this ministry and believe. Verse 13, and the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, Yahweh be merciful to me a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Alright? And let's close with this one from Colossians 3 and 12. It says, 12. It says, put on therefore as the elect of Yahweh, holy and beloved, bowls of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Alright? So put on what? Humbleness of mind, yeah? It's an essential characteristic, sure, so we need you to be humble. Because no proud nigga not get saved. Alright, and pride come in many ways. As Mary's with a brother, and he speaks of humble pride. I'm like, holy shit, that exists too. My brother going into it, I'm like, yeah, this is something we have to look out for. That's why scripture was supposed to examine ourselves. Right, scanning, like, and don't think so we got this. She would say, any man think that, what? Roughly paraphrasing, if a man think that, him stop me. No, butcher it. I don't remember if we quote it, even if we get it. I know it's in Corinthians. See if we can get it all the way. Might take a minute. Should be in First Corinthians, probably chapter 10. Yep, chapter 10, verse 12. It says, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. So yeah, we don't have it, yo. There's always room for improvement, and the moment to think we even have to think the perfection, then we'll find out how much we're lacking. It's an ever-growing stage, purifying and up unto the kingdom of heaven. So hope this is edifying to you like out there. Giving all praises to our Paul, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Love honors unto our elders and apostles of great millstone. And shalom to the full. Shalom.